Hello everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 and welcome to another edition of the Superman and Lois Season 2 review series. And today I am going to be talking about episode 3, The Thing in the Mines, which I've just finished watching. And once again, this show continues to deliver yet another top-notch episode as always. And we have finally learned who the main villain is going to be for Season 2. And it's not Doomsday, so we can safely put that theory to bed or underground, whichever one takes your fancy. Remember back in Season 1 where we had the mysterious stranger in the iron suit going around trying to look for Superman and trying to take him out for destroying his world, and we were led to believe that the man in the suit was Captain Luther, but it turned out to be John Henry Irons. That was an amazing twist. They did the same thing again in this episode, but I think this even trumps the last twist from Season 1. Doomsday is not Doomsday. It's Bizarro. Didn't see that one coming. We'll get to that in a minute, but it looks like the main villain for Season 2 is going to be Bizarro, and I couldn't be happier because I said in the last edition of this series that I didn't have a problem with Doomsday coming into the show, but I felt it was way too early to bring someone as powerful as him. But if they were going to bring in Doomsday, then they would need to build him up, of course. But in a way, I am kind of pleased they haven't gone down the Doomsday path, even though Doomsday was referenced in this episode. I'm glad it's Bizarro. I've always wanted to see a Bizarro Superman on a TV show or in a film. We've never really seen that before. I mean, we've had Bizarro in Smallville, but it wasn't really the proper Bizarro. It was just a phantom taking over Clark's body and replicated his DNA and made a body of his own. And we also had Bizarro back in 1988 in the Superboy TV show. But that's it. We've never really had a Bizarro Superman in live action. I know we had something like that in Superman 3, but that wasn't really Bizarro as such. So for the most part, we've never really had a live-action Bizarro before, until now. And you know what? I'm absolutely excited. I'm looking forward to it. Really curious to see how Tyler Hoechlin is going to do a double role. So he'll be playing Superman, he'll be playing Clark Kent, and of course he's going to be playing Bizarro. So essentially that's 3 roles if you really want to look at it. But officially it's credited as 2 roles. So I'm really pumped to see how that's going to play out. But by and large, this was an amazing episode, and had me going there for a while. I really thought we were actually going to see Doomsday, because I had been reading a number of things online that Doomsday is going to be revealed in the next episode. I thought, oh wow, we're actually going to get it, this early. We're actually going to see Doomsday. But Bizarro had the camouflage suit that he had in the graphic novel, and it was a good twist, but we'll get to that in a moment. But by and large, as I said, this was a fantastic episode, and I'm really enjoying Superman and Lois. Right now, as far as DC shows are concerned within the Arrowverse, Superman and Lois could very well be currently my favourite show. It just continues to keep getting better and better. As I've said a million times before, budget's high, powerful soundtrack, great visual effects, great storytelling, great dialogue, great acting chops, you name it. This show has got it all. And it doesn't even feel like a CW show. It feels like a HBO Max show. It's just so good. And to me, I look at Superman and Lois as a TV show with a giant film budget, because the effects, the visuals, everything about it is just top notch. I love it. So with that all said, let's get straight into it. Let's not waste any more time. Let's talk about episode 3, The Thing in the Mines. So this episode starts off with Superman flying in the skies, checking the disturbance at the Shuster mines, only for the mental attacks he's been experiencing over the past couple of episodes start to overwhelm him. After debating what his next moves are going to be with Lois and John Henry, Clark starts to lose his temper when Jordan reveals his plans to reveal the secret of his powers to Sarah, in an effort to come clean and reconcile with her. The severity of the outburst shocks everyone, including Clark, who starts to lose control of his powers, and later confides to Lois that his memories and mind have been clouded lately. Still shaken by the morning's interaction with his dad, Jordan rebuffs Sarah's attempts to mend fences and continue their relationship. John Henry goes into the mines with a now retired Sam Lane returning to Smallville to help, to give him security clearance to gain access. Noticing something is wrong with his daughter, Sam learns about the renewed visibility in the cult leader, Ali Alliston, that nearly cost Lois's sister Lucy Lane her life, and is currently taking a toll on Lois's journalistic credibility. When Sam refuses to reconnect Lois and Lucy, Lois angrily declares that she will reach out to her sister herself. Sam and Lois later reconcile, with Sam contacting Lucy and getting her to agree to meet with her to corroborate her experiences in the cult. After Jonathan gets into a fight at football practice with a teammate, obtaining performance-enhancing steroids from Jonathan's girlfriend Candace, Clark has an even more vicious outburst, resulting in burning himself with his heat vision. After recovering back at home, Clark apologizes to both his sons before talking quietly with Jordan through his complicated feelings for Sarah. Lana faces challenges with her mayoral electoral campaign, with some constituents feeling she is unqualified for the role, while Sarah is helping her mother with a live stream for her campaign. And we also see Jordan visits and reaffirms his love for her. Jonathan has a less sentimental conversation with his girlfriend, visiting Candace to ask if she can supply him with the same performance-enhancing steroids so he can regain his spot on the football team. This ain't going to end well. That I can be assured of. Suspecting heightened pressure, Armatech moves up its timetable, resulting in the underground monster finally bursting free and arriving on the surface. Now this is where things really get good. So we then see Superman and this person in a suit which looks exactly like Doomsday from the comics and starts to overpower him. And to me, it was like I was watching or reading Death of Superman all over again. We see Superman is clearly at a disadvantage and being almost beaten within an inch of his life. Henry suits up as steel and is able to break off a piece of the enemy's helmet before being incapacitated with a single punch. We see that half of the mask is exposed, and Superman is shocked to see that the exposed face under the helmet is a pale, scarred face resembling himself, speaking in a very strange language before the monster flees. In the aftermath, Henry deduces that the Bizarro they face is not the evil Superman from his world, as he was unaffected by his red solar flares, and they need to be wary of what this Bizarro Superman is going to do next. While Natalie is unhappy that her father is putting his life in harm's way still again, she decides to repair and upgrade his power suit for an inevitable showdown with Bizarro. Later that night, Lois moves to reunite with Lucy, only to find Ali waiting for her instead, insisting that it was best for them to meet instead, and she goes in Lucy's place. And then at the very end, we see Bizarro retreats to Superman's Fortress of Solitude, now fully revealed, and in his own Superman costume with the S backwards, and uttering a single word, very creepily saying, Mum. And that's how we end episode 3 of Superman and Lois, and that wraps up my review. Overall, excellent episode. Loved every second of it. Great build up, great reveal, great twist. Did not expect Bizarro. Did have that in my idea that it could be Bizarro, but I truly thought they were playing us along that we were actually going to see Doomsday. But as I said, I'm kind of glad it's not Doomsday, and I'm really excited to see Bizarro. And we've got a final comic book accurate Bizarro. Can't wait to see what happens next. So Bizarro is now in the Fortress of Solitude. What will he plan to do next? We don't know. but this definitely sets up episode 4 in a huge way, and I can't wait to see it. So that's going to be it from me. I am going to wrap this up now. What was your thoughts on episode 3? Did you enjoy it? What was your thoughts on the twist that Doomsday is actually revealed to be Bizarro? Were you surprised by that? And also, now that we know it's Bizarro who is underground, how did he get here on Earth? Why did he go to the fortress? What's his agenda? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Superman and Lois Season 2 review series, where I am going to be talking about episode 4, which I'm really pumped for, especially with the way this episode ended. It's going to be a hell of an episode, can't wait, and looking forward to talking about it when the time comes. And once again, mega props to the show for their amazing twist. So until next time, take care everybody and stay safe. And once again, as always, thanks for listening.